You wake up tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. You did everything right last night. No screens, no caffeine after 2 p.m. You went to bed early, and still, that heaviness, that fog behind your eyes before you've even stood up. You've blamed stress. You've blamed age. You've blamed a bad mattress. But here's the thing nobody tells you. It's not your sleep. It's not your willpower. It's not even your age. Not really. It's your power plants. And they're failing. Inside every one of your cells, trillions of them, there are tiny structures doing one job, making energy. They're called mitochondria. And right now, in this exact moment, yours are producing less fuel than they did 10 years ago. Not because you did something wrong, because they're wearing out. Like an engine that's been running non-stop since the day you were born. Stay with me, because this changes everything about how you think about fatigue, aging, and disease. Here's the part nobody talks about. Mitochondria aren't just battery packs. They're factories. Precise, self-regulating factories that take oxygen and food and convert them into a molecule, called ATP, the actual currency your cells spend to do anything. Blink, think, heal a wound, beat your heart. When that factory output drops, everything downstream slows down, quietly, invisibly, long before you feel it as fatigue. Nobel laureate Peter Mitchell first cracked how these factories actually generate energy, a discovery so counterintuitive it was rejected for years before the scientific world admitted he was right. That's how strange and unexpected the true mechanism is. And here's where it gets darker. As you age, damaged mitochondria don't just work slower, some of them turn toxic. They leak. They spill out molecules that trigger inflammation. The same low-grade inflammation researchers at Harvard and the Salk Institute now link to heart disease, Alzheimer's, and type 2 diabetes. It wasn't a lack of discipline. Your cells were running out of clean power and running on damaged parts instead. Think of a city where half the power stations are old, cracking, spewing smoke into the streets. The lights still turn on, but the air gets worse every single day. That's what's happening inside you right now, cell by cell, without a single symptom to warn you. The surprising part is, this process has a name. Scientists call it the mitochondrial theory of aging. And what happened next in the research surprised even the people studying it. Because it turns out, this isn't a one-way slide. There's a cellular cleanup system, one specific pathway, that can find these broken, leaking power plants and clear them out before they cause damage. This was never your fault. Your body has been trying to fix this the entire time. But that system slows down too. And most people are unknowingly shutting it off completely, every single day, without realizing it. There's one specific habit, something almost everyone does daily, that directly blocks this repair pathway from ever switching on. It's called autophagy, literally self-eating, your cell's recycling system. The one Japanese biologist, Yoshinori Ohsumi, won the Nobel Prize for uncovering. And the villain blocking it? It's not sugar. It's not fat. It's constant eating. Every time you snack, even something healthy, you spike a pathway called mTOR. And mTOR has one job. Tell your cells to grow, not clean. Growth and cleanup can't happen at the same time, ever. So if you're eating from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., snacking between meals, sipping something every hour, your cells never get the signal to go clean up the broken mitochondria piling up inside them. Here's what most people completely miss. It's not about eating less. It's about eating with silence in between. So here's the protocol. Simple, sequenced, biological. Morning. Delay your first meal by at least 90 minutes after waking. This keeps cortisol and morning fat-burning hormones doing their natural job, giving mitochondria a head start, clearing overnight debris. When you do eat, protein first. Eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake. This stabilizes blood sugar, so you're not spiking mTOR unnecessarily an hour later. Midday. This is your biggest meal. Include foods rich in polyphenols, berries, olive oil, green tea. Research out of Harvard shows these specific compounds gently activate AMPK, the pathway that flips on cellular cleanup. Then, and this is critical, stop eating. No grazing. No, just a little something at 4 p.m. Evening. Your last meal should end at least 3 hours before bed. This closing window is where autophagy actually gets to do its job overnight, clearing damaged mitochondria while you sleep. That's it. Delay. Prioritize protein. Feed the gaps with silence, not snacks. Your body wasn't broken. It was doing exactly what you trained it to do. Grow constantly. Clean, rarely. And here's what changes everything. None of these steps work in isolation. They stack. The fasting window strengthens the cleanup pathway. The cleanup pathway makes your next meal's energy more efficient, and that efficiency makes the next fasting window easier to sustain. This is compounding, not willpower. Every cycle of clean, then rebuild, makes the next cycle stronger than the last. But there's one more piece of this puzzle we haven't touched. Something that can either supercharge this entire process or quietly sabotage it, no matter how perfect your fasting window is. It has to do with a molecule your cells can't make cleanup fuel without. And in the next video, you're going to find out exactly what it is, and why most people are completely depleted in it without knowing.